From crazy kart racing to nuclear war, here are the most insane Minecraft ideas you need to see. I mean, just look at this helpful little builder. Found near river dams, these beavers can be fed golden carrots to tame, and then, after copying a build with these special constructor blocks, they can be given resources to recreate that build wherever you want. Heyo! Because why have just one house when you can have two?
Hey, pal! We finished with that raceway you ordered!
Huh? I didn't order a... Whoa! What is this? Looking like something straight out of Mario Kart and making for a fun way to compete with your friends, the Cubic Racers mod allows you to drive, drift, and glide through your own custom courses, even featuring these item boxes that, when driven into, can provide you with one of 8 special items to help you turn the tide of any race.
Ah, I hate turtles!
Oh no! A banana peel! Tisk tisk. I'll bet that guy wishes he had one of these life-saving grapple chains. Cause great for traveling the overworld with both style and speed, these hooks would come in a variety of tiers, like the Ender Hook that provides almost instant movement, or the Diamond Hook, which can be fired off multiple times to suspend yourself in the air. Comes in real clutch when building high up in survival. Though, speaking of, while we've got game modes like survival, creative, and hardcore, what if Minecraft added a whole new way to play? Well, introducing the Reign of Nether mod. Changing Minecraft into a real-time strategy game, you can control groups of mobs to gather resources and build up an empire. Or, if you wanted, you could actually choose to play as the bad guys, controlling hordes of monsters to demolish any villagers that stand in your way. Ha 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 ha! Wait, no, the villagers are beating me!
Eat it, loser! Your armies will never beat us!
Oh, yeah? Well, then let's just summon a Treeper!
What? A tree? Are you serious?
Now, these guys are a must-find, as if hit with an axe, they have a chance to drop special pine cones that can be grown into these little troopers with anger issues. And any mob that dares target you will meet a swift and explosive end. Well, unless they hide in the water. Then, you'd want to get your hands on one of these new submarines. With these, water-breathing potions would be a thing of the past. Though they could only be found in abandoned sea bases, they'd be incredible for underwater traversal and even allow you to fire off torpedoes to defend yourself from attack. Perfect for finding long-lost pirate treasure. Wait, since when do pirates have nuclear bombs? These are only supposed to be obtainable by braving new nuclear cave biomes and are extremely dangerous.
Hey, what are ye doing in me cave?
I was just leaving, actually.
No one leaves alive!
Wait!
Ow, what have I done?
Now, throwable snowballs and potions have existed forever. But honestly, why can't other things be thrown too? We'd be able to give guests a taste of their own fiery medicine, or toss our tools around to break out-of-reach blocks. Better yet, even those blocks could be thrown in order to place them further away. With something like this, there would just be so many possibilities, especially when paired with these drip leaf launch pads. Because what would an update to Minecraft be without some new redstone goodies? Some used to fling mobs and items in any direction, while others could be used to automatically harvest and plant fully grown crops for you. Every farmer's dream.
Ooh, I must have it!
I mean, just look at all the wheat it got me already. Wait.
Mine! Mine!
Hey, little thief! Ugh, he might as well be a gingerbread man, because hiding throughout new rare candy villages, these guys are not to be taken lightly, nabbing stuff right out of your hotbar whenever they can. Thankfully, they can be distracted with music.
Oh yeah! This beat is great! great!
Stuck in a daze, they'll be unable to react to anything, even as you kill them off one by one.
Have mercy! Ah!
Oh, and I forgot they dropped these crumbs, which can be used to craft an oven that summons an infinite amount of the little guys, which gives me an idea.
Finally home. Time to relax. What the? Ah!
Now, while we've gone over some animation updates in the past, a simpler change that would make all the difference is the update of Minecraft's first-person model. Now, you can see how you really look in-game, from the armor you're wearing to the animations other players see, instead of the static display. Especially when paired with other mods like not enough animations and better combat, the difference in immersion is night and day, even when you're blasting off to space! Because nothing beats cruising up so high that you literally leave the overworld and enter the vast expanse of space. Here, anything you can see, you can fly to and land on. Like this barren planet with a space station? Oh man, did somebody beat me here?
Aloha, Bonks, and welcome to Carland!
I'm leaving.
Wait, no, come back!
Nah, because I'd much rather talk about the battle allays. Let's be honest, allays aren't always the most helpful. But that's where these guys come in, defending their allies from the dangers of the overworld. It's great, because if you give some to the new Allay Keeper villager, they'll also protect villages from pillager raids.
Ha! Stupid pillagers!
Yeah! Oh, hey, I think that one decided to be an artist instead of a warrior. What you drawing, little buddy? Oh, it's, beautiful. And now, another fun idea for Minecraft. These blackboards allow you to freely draw whatever you desire, using different dyes to achieve maximum artistry, which is both great when you want to take a break from all the mining and crafting, or just want to leave a silly little message for your friends.
Huh? That sucks. Who wrote this?
We love you, Iron Golem! Yes! Though villagers love them, I for one am tired of only having iron golems. Well, and snow golems. There are so many more golems that are just waiting to be crafted. Like this, the Stonecutter Golem. Not only is it great for cutting down hostile mobs, but also for cutting different stone types. Even those placed around the overworld, which means with enough fuel, it might just be able to help you find all those rare diamonds you've been searching for. Ooh, and these ones are extra shiny. That's new. Now, the addition of new particles like these, while it may sound simple, is actually really cool. Just look at the trail of slime that guy is leaving behind, or how peacefully the villagers sleep.
Subscribe to Dr. Bonks.
Is he dreaming about me? That's weird. I'm out of here. Oh, and when I sprint, it looks like I get dust clouds behind me, which pairs perfectly with the highway mod. An incredibly helpful idea. Running on dirt paths makes you incredibly fast, giving the player speed too, which incentivizes you to create paths all throughout your worlds in order to get to things like the nearest village or stronghold in a flash. And, wait, what the heck are these things? They look just like me! Clocks! Clocks! I think they want clocks. Here? Well, more than a little unusual, these tiny players can be found randomly throughout the world and can be handed various items to, what do you guys do?
We can sit on your shoulder.
Alrighty then. That's cool, I guess. Great if you're ever feeling lonely in the mines. Ah! What the Carl?
All right, my Carl army, destroy the Bonkses!
Nah, we don't feel like it.
Obey your master!
I better put these diamonds somewhere Carl can't reach them. Somewhere like this locked chest. He'll never get them now. Well, unless he picks the lock, which is very tricky and only gets harder to do the stronger the lock.
How do you pick a lock? Like this?
What? Okay, but you'll never break this diamond lock. Ha 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 ha!
Did it!
What? Now, let's be honest, Minecraft's rails are fairly limited. But by simply placing 2 of the new track tie blocks and using a track item, smooth curved pathing becomes possible. A change that allows for cooler ways to travel over steep terrain or allows you to create entire working roller coasters. Ho-ho! Who wouldn't love this?
Oh boy! Oh no! Ah! Get me off this thing!
Haha! Oh, hey! My crops are ready! Thank goodness for the crop marker mod. If I didn't have it telling me when my crops were fully grown, I'd probably forget to harvest them half the time. Let's see, carrots, potatoes, and beets. Perfect! Which just leaves...
Yeah, get it, bro.
Oh, look, I can jump so high.
Hey! Quit breaking all my wheat!
No, bro! Ooh, that does it! I'm turning on secure crops. Ha! There!
I can't break anymore, bro.
Oh no, bro! With this new game rule, you no longer have to worry about mobs trampling your goods, which makes farming a lot easier, especially with this other special mod, which lets you harvest crops without having to replant them. It saves a ton of time and makes it easier to feed all your new mounts. Yep. Now, finally, instead of just horses, and, well, pigs, I guess, outside of them, many more mobs would be rideable. And after crafting a Wrangler rod, you'd be able to experiment with each to test their special abilities, like goats being able to ram through mobs when you blow a horn, or spiders being able to help you climb up any wall, which is all helpful, but I gotta know, what about that woolly mammoth? Because these massive beasts have so much health, I bet they'd be perfect to ride on top of. I just have to figure out what they like to eat.
We like pumpkins.
Oh, yeah, that tracks. Here you go. Once tamed, these guys can be customized with different dyes. Meanwhile, their height and health will completely prevent mobs from being able to reach you.
Ooh, let me up there so I can blow you up!
Haha, this is great. Shame he's too big to fit through my teleporter, though, because this thing is too convenient not to use, allowing you to save locations that can later be teleported back to, wherever you are and whenever you want. Now, I'm at my lab. Now, I'm at the beach. And now, I'm in an Illager mansion.
Ah! Who the heck are you?
Oh, just a guy testing interdimensional travel. Nice shelves, by the way.
Oh, thanks. You know, I put a lot of hard work into them.
It makes for a real cool way to display all your items around the place. Oh man, and you have a lot of totems.
Yeah, I've been collecting them for years, and, wait, where'd he go?
I will never die! Not even if I happen to sink to the bottom of the ocean and come across the deadly Mine Guardian. Cause now when braving the ocean depths, you might just come across a field of these troublesome fellas. And though dangerous, you will actually want to swim through it, because the chests found here are absolutely filled with rare goodies. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. Though if you get caught in one of the mine scanners, there's no saving you from being reduced to waterlogged ashes. Oh man, well I certainly prefer my ashes to be inside of this new Clayworks oven. Wait, that doesn't sound right. What I meant to say is that this new furnace block is amazing. Called the Kiln, it allows you to smelt blocks at incredible speeds. Kinda like a smoker, but for builders instead of butchers. This mod even includes all new terracotta block variants, like stairs, bricks, and more, giving you way more to work with when building your next house. Oh, beautiful. So beautiful, in fact, that I don't want anyone going inside. Ned.
Like I would ever want to get inside your stupid house.
Well, you can't anyway, thanks to these new netherite doors. They're so tough that they can't be broken and can only be opened with the use of this key, a key that Ned will never have. And this key can either be kept on your person or could be placed under one of the new doormat blocks. like so. Aside from holding items, these are great because they can be customized with different text to welcome visitors. That is, if the visitors actually see it, because cats also have a nasty habit of sitting right smack in the middle of them. Oh well. Guess I have a guard cat now.
Our plan worked. Now, give me that key. Now, finally, I'll see what... Huh?
Intruder! Abracadabra!
I'm gingerbread!
Now, like gingerbread men, the Licko Witch is another mob found in candy biomes, though she's quite a bit more useful, because while braving her fiercely sweet attacks and climbing up this new witch tower structure, players have a chance to find the powerful Conversion Crucible item. When placed and interacted with, it allows you to completely change any biome into another, as long as you feed it enough materials. It's incredibly useful, especially if you want these biomes for their rare mob spawns, like slimes or mushrooms. Although, once you're all stocked up, don't even think about putting your items in a chest, because thanks to the decorative storage mod, there are now so many better ways to store stuff. From hanging stuff off the ceiling to barrels filled with food and trays filled with rare ore. They provide a great way to give your world a more personal touch, or to just show off your many riches. Though, it's not enough. I need more!
Hello, sir. The pulley is now fully operational.
Ah, excellent. With this, all the world's diamonds will be mine! See, by simply turning this crank here, I'm able to lower the chains down until they connect to an ore. Then I can simply rotate it the other way to bring it right up to me. Much easier than going all the way down there, and then coming all the way back up.
What? But it's not even that far.
Well, I'm lazy. Which is why I also crafted this airship, so I don't have to walk anymore. Allowing you to dominate the skies, you'd first have to find some rare new ore to build one, though it's worth the effort, as these easy-to-control transports are super useful, especially for transporting large amounts of items from one place to another. Certainly better than using an elytra. Don't ever take one into the nether, though, because the ghasts will make sure you stay grounded. You know what's scarier than ghasts, though? These spooky doors that you can open as fast or as slow as you want. Not incredibly scary, aside from the unsettling creaking sounds. But I suppose it's more about what's on the other side that makes it scary. See, they're handy for peeking through to make sure there aren't any creepers waiting outside your base. Or for sneaking a peek at your friend's, magical paradise? What in the... This must be the Magical Vibes mod. There are so many cool crystals and lights, and books scattered everywhere. Certainly one of the best enchanting rooms I've ever seen.
Welcome, Bonks! I've been expecting you!
Carl? How did you know?
My magic ball sees all!
Ooh, hey, show me something cool. Whoa, wait, is this Minecraft? Why is everything so flat? Oh, it's a 2D game now. Yet another cool game-changing way to play. This added game mode makes things super flat and limits how you move to replicate side-scrolling survival games, like Terraria. Though, whether building a house or exploring the deep dark, it definitely takes some getting used to. Honestly, still a blast though.
Did someone say blast?
Nobody. I wasn't talking about you.
Blast!
Oh boy. Hey, stop! You're gonna burn down that village. Well, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Oh, we are so totally not fine.
Well, this hunk of metal is the Blast Furnace Golem. Though he can get a bit carried away, he really is quite handy at frying hostile mobs. And even better, he can make you rich by instantly smelting any raw materials you give it. And you can now get way more of the stuff too, thanks to the Ore Harvester mod. Instead of having to tediously mine and mine and mine every individual ore block, you could simply break one to have the whole vein collapse for easy collecting. Saves a ton of time and can can even be paired with the Tree Harvester mod to do the same for trees. Then you can spend more of your time building or adventuring.
Oh, hey, finally, some diamonds for this tired old man. Oh, wait, no, Greg, don't! Here.
Though you do need to be careful where you mine. However, if you fall, you'd have no problem getting back up with any of these beautiful new ladders. Finally, instead of one boring design, each one would have their own personality and style. I imagine shabby spruce ladders would be perfect for a treehouse, or mangrove ladders would make for a detailed new wall design. Warp ladders just look ugly though. I don't know who would ever use those. Carl! I wouldn't place those there if I were you!
Ah, he's ruining our fortress! Get him, boys! Ah!
Ooh, though while Carl's distracting them, I should try to steal some items with this Thief's Glove. When used, you can basically pickpocket any mob for a variety of goodies, sometimes even landing rare rewards. Haha, like this totem! And now, I wonder what those guys will give me.
You'll never get our cool loot! Run, boys!
Oh yeah? You think your walls will stop me when I have this cannon?
Ah, try it, nerd!
Very well. See, once powered up with gunpowder and a cannonball, these new tools are perfect when you want to break some blocks. Oh, that actually didn't launch very far.
What a bonehead!
Oh, wait, I probably just need more gunpowder. And boom.
Ah, protect the ice cream!
Ice cream? Whoa! And not just any ice cream. When eaten, this new food item can give you entirely new effects. Strawberry gives you an extra heart of health, while delicious banana cream lets you temporarily wall climb. Haha, this is awesome! Ooh, but what does chocolate do? Wait, Sugar Rush? Oh, haha, yeah! Whoa, I'm so fast! Look at me go! Ow! What the? Oh, who put this cool new lamppost here? Oh, wow. There are actually new light blocks everywhere. Finally, because I'm sick of torches. And these all look so sleek while being really easy to turn off and on. Dang, with all these, I could light up the whole overworld. No hostile mob would ever be able to spawn again. Not even those tiny zombies? What the heck, guys? Why are you so small?
Hey man, not cool. You don't see us asking why you're so big.
Fair enough. Though, why are you so big?
So I can explode twice as hard!
Randomly, it seems that all mobs will now spawn with different sizes. With this mod, you could just stumble across a large chicken or a small ghast. I guess it makes the game a bit more unpredictable. Though, I never want to stumble across a bigger warden. I think most players would rather have all these guys. While each one of these mobs did lose their respective mob votes, that doesn't mean they should never be added. We'd finally get mobs like the Rascal for some extra rare loot, the Copper Golem to push all those copper buttons, and even older mobs like the Barnacle to make sea adventuring just a little more dangerous. But why stop there? Players were promised bundles in update 1.17, so we should have them to help carry our items. And those birch biomes and fireflies that were going to be in the wild update should be added in too. Those hollow logs that were teased, they could be used to crawl through, and no matter if placed on their side or straight up. You could collect some fireflies in jars, then display them. And even if deserts and savannas lost their biome votes, they still need updating. We could get their long-awaited features like termites, ostriches, and more. I think we all know how it feels to be disappointed by a loss. And with this update, everyone wins, even in war, because we're long overdue for an improvement to Minecraft's combat. I mean, just look at vanilla combat when compared to the better combat mod. It's a night and day difference, bringing the visuals of combat a lot closer to the quality of Minecraft dungeons. Then, you could pair it with the combat roll and shield overhaul to start dodging danger, whoa, and shield bashing your way to a more fun and engaging victory against mobs and players alike. But what is that crazy character up to? Oh, sorting through your inventory, are we, Carl?
Ah! How did you know?
A feature that should definitely be added to Minecraft. The What Are They Up To mod lets you see what your friends are all, up to. Whether it's sorting their inventories, browsing menus, or typing out a long message. It'll even show you when a player goes AFK, because they'll actually doze off in game, like him.
Psst. Hey, Greg! Wake up! Ah!
A tornado! And it's tearing apart the whole world! Whoa! Natural disasters, if added, would bring a whole new level of challenge to survival, as players would need to think on their feet if caught unprepared. Both sandstorms and snowstorms could blind and push players back, while fire-nados incinerate their surroundings, and shark-nados throw dolphins at you? Well, that one's just ridiculous. And it doesn't make any sense. Regardless, more intense weather like this makes Minecraft's currently lackluster storms much more impactful and dangerous. And for players that don't want to worry about the weather, the ability to craft a weather deflector block means that your base will always be protected, even if you bring home one of these troublemakers, the Foxhound, a new mob that should be added for their special smelting feature, even if it is a bit of a challenge. Here, doggy. Best to drink down a potion of fire resistance and get close with some coal in hand to befriend them. Because once tamed, you'll have an ally for life that will not only defend you with its fiery chompers, but will also allow you to smelt twice as fast when it sits right on top of your furnace. That is, unless there are some warmer blocks nearby. They love heat so much that you might just find them fast asleep on a magma block or taking a hot lava bath. Buddy. Well, enjoy it while you can, because there's no lava to be found in the dazzling, glimmering wheel, a new cave biome hidden deep beneath Deep Slate. It's a land of fungi, and what was that? These glowing mushrooms come in all shapes and sizes, offering players a chance at some new light blocks, while lapis ore can be found more here than anywhere else, along with glow squids. Aha! I see you! This little creature is a stoneling, and they're often found clutching onto items like tiny treasure hoarders. Oh, look at that one! He's got a diamond! Ooh, get me! No! Though one wrong move, and poof, they'll vanish into thin air. Guess I'm gonna have to stealth this. And I can tempt them with their favorite treat, glow mushrooms. Ha! Gotcha! Once defeated, they'll drop what they're carrying, plus the new Heart of Diamond item. This little gem lets you create your own tamed stonelings from any stone block. Voila! Tamed stonelings can hold items for you, munch on stone, they absolutely love it, and follow you around if you've got a glow shroom. Or you could use the Heart of Diamond to craft the new Pick-a-Rang tool. Half pickaxe, half boomerang. Great for combat, but even better for mining. Because not only does the Pick-a-Rang break through blocks you throw at it, but it then brings back anything it mines right to you. Out of reach diamonds? No problem. Especially if you enchant it with efficiency, fortune, or one of the many possible new enchantments, like extracting, which will immediately smelt any mined materials into usable ingots. Minecraft needs more unique magic, like freezing slain mobs into statues with the frostbite enchantment and shattering them to damage other mobs, or automatically consuming food whenever you're hungry with assimilation. With new enchantments like these, we could chop down trees in a single swing, bury mobs in the soft dirt, air jump around everywhere, or even grapple up a mountain with just a fishing rod. Then, when you're super high up, just grab a chicken, because Minecraft should take a page out of The Legend of Zelda and just let players crab some poultry. Then, we just find the nearest cliff and jump! Ha-ha! Who needs feather falling boots when you've got the whole chicken? I'm not too heavy, am I? Ah! Ow! Oh, with the new feeding trough block over there, you'll never need to breed your animals again. Just placing down one of these little guys takes care of itself, which is great because that's just more time for adventuring and building. All I gotta do is come in to trim the fat, so to speak. Boop. Haha! Perfect time to introduce some redstone improvements to our update. Mmm, delicious. Automation is the name of the game. And with new blocks like these conveyor belts and grabby hands, it's easier than ever. Blocks from the Create mod can be used to build a secret doorway that also, oh, I don't know, has your whole house hidden inside. Haha! Going down. Or you could set up an automatic mining operation and break some blocks. Not only that, but if you have enough resources, you can even build a train to move everything everywhere. Minecraft is so easy. Oh, looks like Minecraft's mobs could get an overhaul too. Adding in a new difficulty option could give us much more aggressive mobs with new behaviors. Spiders can now shoot webs to slow their prey down, while Endermen will teleport players away from their safety holes to attack. And creepers could blow up walls just to get to their prey, even if you're not near them. Just maybe, adding these new challenges into a harder core difficulty could be a fun time, especially with the new mutant mobs. That's right. What if these terrifying variants could be found randomly throughout our worlds, each with unique abilities, strengths, and rewards? Like the mutant zombie, which is the beefiest, but can drop an earth-smashing hammer. And mutant creepers could kill you in a single explosion, but can reward you with your own pet creeper if defeated. You have to be prepared if you hope to take down any of these giants, though the rewards are definitely worth it. Yeah! And now that I have all this messy loot, I can use the new item sorting feature, a quality of life improvement that I can't believe isn't in Minecraft already. Item sorting allows players to easily organize their inventory or chests at the simple push of a button. Now, when Angry Ned comes to prank me, I can fix it in seconds.
Curse you, bonks!
Oh yeah? Maybe come up with a better prank next time, sucker!
Oh, I hate...
Did you see that?
Huh? See what?
Well, instead of closing one door at a time, I closed them both.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
I know, right? They should totally add this to Minecraft. Like the Ortises. These are new underground turtle mobs that spawn carrying ores like coal, copper, iron, lapis, or redstone on their shells. Just be careful though. Using a pickaxe, players can harvest the ore in relative safety, but if you attack one by accident, then you'll trigger their earth-shaking shockwave attack. Whoa! Although they can't be leashed, moving them away to your base in a minecart will give yourself a renewable source of ore, as feeding it glowberries will help it grow a new random ore over time to be harvested. And there would be more than ever to craft too, if Minecraft updated their crafting recipes. This could allow players to craft blocks they would otherwise need silk touch for, like amethyst crystals and cobwebs. Desperate players could use any stone block, even sandstone, to make tools. You could also just dye your bed instead of making a whole new one, or even uncraft certain blocks, like by turning magma blocks into 4 magma cream. Then start brewing on the newly improved brewing stands, now showing you which potions are actually being made, instead of the default red potions from before. Not only that, but furnaces will show you what's actually cooking inside. Chicken! And jukeboxes will spin their discs around like a record player. Oh, I could watch this spin for hours. Oh, okay, too much spinning. I'm seeing stars. Wait, no, that's just my diamond armor. Ooh, pretty. I say let's get some more visual flair into our update. With crystal sparkles lighting up geodes, bones scattering when you smack a skeleton, and slimy particles making slimes even slimier. And there's even more on the horizon with the Wakes mod, with ore-induced ripples, side water jets on your boat rides, and dramatic splashes when diving into the blue. Swimming has never felt so good, but don't neglect your hunger either, with new animations for munching and gulping down your in-game snacks and beverages. Even hamburgers. Actually, just kidding. Hamburgers are for wearing, same as all of these other hats. The addition of hats to Minecraft would bring in a whole new level of personal expression and customization. For instance, are you in a silly mood? Maybe something stylish? Something scary? What about a big hat? Players could be whatever they want. Yowza! Maybe you could even wear certain hats to gain abilities, like leaping from bunny ears or befriending zombies with a zombie mask. Or you could wear a big nose.
Hello, fellow villager.
Hello, trading partner.
What? No, I don't want to trade with you.
Oh, come on. Just get in my boat and then we'll...
No way. I'm not falling for that.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my, an emerald block!
Why tediously transport villagers by boat when instead they could just be baited to follow emerald blocks?
My precious.
Makes it so much easier to set up that trading base. Yeah.
I got it! Oh, I've been tricked.
But while emeralds are great for groups of villagers, what if you wanted to move a whole village at once? Well, thanks to the villager transportation mod, it's never been easier. You can just pick them up while riding on a camel, or leash some llamas together and lead them off. All aboard the train to Tradesville! Because I need to trade for some colorfully dyed item frames. Because while current item frames are fine, they lack the customizability of other blocks like beds, banners, and signs. To improve them, Minecraft could not only make them dyeable with any of the 16 available colors, but they could also come in other varieties like glass, allowing players to display their items without a visible frame altogether. The more options, the better, I say, when it comes to item frames, not zombies, because this is too many zombies. While these green gremlins could use some updating, only the most skilled of players could handle these monstrosities, coming in all shapes and sizes, like this bloated guy that spawns lots of little goo boys. They explode! Or these wheezing zombies that huff blinding fumes at you. My eyes! Each would come with unique challenges to make Minecraft's nights feel as dangerous and surprising as when we first experienced them. Even sleeping would be changed if Minecraft added in bed bugs. These disgusting little creatures would have a very rare chance to spawn as you get into your bed on higher difficulties, biting players awake and preventing them from sleeping. As the name implies, they love beds. So much, in fact, that they'll completely ignore players if it means they get to burrow deep into your mattress. And once that's done, you're forced to either craft a new bed or kill the pests with a splash potion of harming. Die, you pests! Though, what if you happen upon one in the wild with no bed in sight? Well, they just start biting you! No! A bedbug's only weakness, hammocks! Aside from giving these pests nothing to dig into, these babies could be great for day sleeping, which could be utilized if you want to skip tonight for a mob-slaying grind. And they would bring a nice resort-style aesthetic with a relaxing swing, unless you want to get crazy and swing it all over the place. Oh, right. And then, when a player dies, the Totem of Holding is there for them. On death, it'll automatically spawn at the dead player's position, floating around in the air to preserve all of that player's items, which prevents any valuables from despawning and gives the killed player as much time as they need to retrieve them. You just gotta punch it a couple times, and bam! I got all my stuff back. Although, keep in mind that if the player dies again before getting to the totem, that Totem of Holding is instantly gonna break and drop all of the items on the ground, meaning that then it's a race against the clock. Not that clock, but this clock. Although, these clock blocks are just one of the many new additions that should be in Minecraft's next update, thanks to the Supplementaries mod. Rope, for example, could be used to easily climb into and out of deep caverns or ravines. You could also set up bamboo spike traps to ward off unwelcome mobs, or craft a cage to keep smaller mobs, like rabbits or chickens, as pets. You could also spruce up your base with a globe that relays your coordinates, or a safe. This bad boy is not only fireproof, but requires a key to open, meaning your nosy friends won't be able to take a peek inside.
I will break you.
Then pair Supplementaries with the Amendments mod, and you'll finally be able to place carpet on stairs, stack cakes and skulls, and best of all, brew potions and dye items inside of cauldrons, just like in Bedrock. Huh?
Reveal to me your secrets!
Well, now there are no secrets. Thanks to the Inspeccio mod, players can see what's inside their shulker boxes at a moment's notice, or which variation of mob they have in their buckets. You can even preview your maps by hovering over them, or see what's written on that sign you copied. And being able to see armor and food information this easily adds some much needed quality of life improvements to Minecraft. Just like wolf training. Look, I'm tired of asking Minecraft to add more dog breeds. Please add more dog breeds! But there's no denying that training our best pals to do things like use tools for resource gathering and farming, or to herd large groups of livestock would be amazing. Have you just taken some heavy damage? Train up a rescue pet to support you and provide some health regeneration. Or give them some water from a bucket to extinguish you when you're burning up. Just make sure that they're fully protected by equipping them with any type of armor. Though my favorite skill is definitely teaching my wolf the puppy eyes skill. It makes them so irresistibly cute that villagers will be hypnotized into giving you random gifts.
Oh my goodness! You are so cute! Here, have an emerald.
Thanks.
Oh, what the heck? Have 63 more!
Ooh! Okay, thanks, bye!
What happened to all my emeralds?
Then, once you've got the emeralds, turn right around and trade them to the enemy! That's right, pillager trading. Found off in their secluded little cabins, these pillagers prefer to spend their days peacefully trading with players, which is great for us because only they are willing to offer the good stuff. Even rare armor trims and a brand new weapon, the Emerald Sword. Ow! Hey! Just don't let those sticky slimes steal them. Get back here! Thanks to the Slimy Boyos mod, the ability for slimes to absorb any item, block, or tool gives them some extra personality. Maybe in a future update, they could do this and even afflict status effects or extra damage based on the item that they were merged with. Like TNT could make it explode, or food could heal it. Wait, would more slime make them extra bouncy? Whoa! Well, why not join him with this? Campfires could become even more useful if Minecraft gave them the ability to lift Elytra-wearing players off the ground with their heat. It would be a great way to get some air without having to waste those precious fireworks. Just set up a line of them and create your very own runway. Ready for takeoff! Yeah! I can fly! Just watch out for soul campfires, because they tend to have the opposite effect. Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down! Ah! Ow. Wow! A floating ocean village? Now this would be a sight for my sore, seasick sailing eyes. It's a beautiful place to rest, trade with the locals, and grab some grub. And it's completely safe from those hostile mobs. Come to think of it, those golems have it too easy. Well, there's no fun in games in the terrifyingly upgraded End Cities, that's for sure. If anything has needed some update love, it's the End. And boy, does this remastered structures mod deliver! It overhauls not only the cities and their floating ships, but the surrounding biome as well, while also providing some revamped revamped loot. Maybe you could even find the materials needed to craft one of these new mechanical wonders. Making for awesome new ways to travel, with the Rustic Engineer mod, players can build a variety of machines, like the web-shooting spider mech to aid them on their adventures, a submarine to explore the ocean depths, or a dragonfly to zip around at incredible speeds. You can even craft a little robot with a chest to help you carry all your stuff while you parkour around like a madman. Players could slide, vault over blocks, run on walls, leap across ravines, and also cling to ledges. You'll feel like an action hero, especially when fighting the Windcaller and his golem. This nasty illager loves to patrol near his mountaintop temple, looking for unsuspecting players to blow right off. And even if you see him coming, he'll just retreat into his temple to awaken his golem. Then it's 2 against 1. Take him down though, and you might just be rewarded with the Windcaller's staff, allowing you to shoot wind of your own. Keen-eyed players might even notice a beam of light coming off the staff, thanks to the Droplight mod. It's a feature that can be applied to every item in the game to clearly display their rarity. Killing mobs has never felt so rewarding. Though, if paired with the legendary Tooltips mod, even the descriptions of the items you pick up will look dazzling, especially with those 3D item previews. Really makes your stuff feel more valuable, which you deserve after being rewarded from one of these crazy characters' quests. Traveling around the world, players can encounter a number of NPCs to interact with, each giving unique quests to complete. From a supreme chef to a monster hunter and even a headless skeleton, they're just asking for a kind soul to come by and give them a hand. Well, for a reward, of course. Just keep an eye on the Piglin Gambler, because he gives me a bad vibe. That one. Oh. Well, that's just annoying. Though, not as annoying is trying to move your chest and having everything spill out. That's why Minecraft needs to add this carrying feature from the Carry On mod. It not only allows players to pick up and move item-filled blocks like chests and furnaces, but allows them to pick up and move entities like boats as well as mobs. Like this wolf. What the?
Yes, I finally stolen the
Not so fast!
handcuffs. Drat!
When you've got troublesome players, these handcuffs, along with unbreakable cell doors and blocks, are features that can bring security to your server. This mod even includes a box for searching player inventories, chains and shackles to keep them in place, and locks for your chests. Though, if you're feeling more traditional, you could also toss players in the stocks.
You'll pay for this.
Now, these little delights, called the Burts, are a new mob that love to lay eggs in their hollowed out birch tree homes. And if you manage to collect some of the eggs yourself, you can use them as projectiles, with shells hard enough to stun and disorient any mob or player that gets hit. Makes them a great combat tool. You might even hatch a baby or two. Just don't let them wander through the new immersive portals. A feature that Minecraft should absolutely add is this mod's ability to create these seamless looking nether portals. They look incredible, have no load times, and can now be built horizontally too. It even works for the end portal. Still though, one of my favorite features is this mod's ability to create mirrors by just clicking on some glass with a flint and steel. Ooh. Though when it comes to harvest, nothing beats this scythe. It allows players to harvest fully grown crops all at once. It saves a ton of time and can be enchanted to increase its range even further. Though it'd also be cool if players could craft machetes to do the same thing to groups of leaf blocks. Then it'd be easier to see all the mobs coming right towards me. Thankfully, I've got all these plushies to scare them away. Because while they may seem cute and cuddly to us, these different dolls are certified mob repellent. Like this cat that scares away creepers, or this golem that scares away zombies. Though you could also craft plushies to attract mobs instead, instead, like this mini villager that lures in passive mobs. So many cows! It's just too bad there's no plushie to scare off the Necromancer. This terrifying zombie king is a mini boss mob that awaits players inside of his ocean temple. Those that intrude will find him with an army of the drowned, which are tough enough to take out, but then you realize he just keeps spawning more! Ah! Plus, he'll just keep swimming around you while firing blasts of water that pack a punch if not dodged. If you manage to kill him though, you might just gain his robes and crown that can be worn for speedy swimming, and his trident to call down lightning trident rain on your enemies. Which is cool, until you're faced with a warship. I told you you'd pay! Though warships are just one of the many new vehicles that could be added to Minecraft with the immersive aircraft mod, like the biplane, which is fast and easy to control, or the Gyrodyne, which has room for two, but is a bit slower. Plus, each craft can be customized with things like banners, a spyglass, or different turrets. Some vehicles, like the warship, can even be equipped with bomb bays to drop mini TNT down on your enemies. Though, I personally love the quadricopter. It's incredibly easy to maneuver, which makes it handy for building high off the ground. Even better when you have this painting feature. The addition of paintbrushes to Minecraft would go a long way in letting players express themselves in more creative ways, as when paired with any combination of dye, these brushes could then be used to paint over most blocks, from planks and bricks to iron bars and even glowstone. I know I would. Wait, what's this? A skulk horn? Whoa! Crafted from a variety of different skulk and a horn, these items can be used to give you an edge in combat. With one, players can utilize it to do an area attack, while the other can be used to harness the same sonic boom as the Warden. These items would certainly give me more of a reason to explore the Deep Dark, especially when the new Guardian of the Deep mob is lumbering around the place. This Warden-like skulk mob made of deep slate and hatred can be found patrolling ancient cities, and it's best to avoid detection because with all the noise it'll make if it senses you, you might just find Warden surfacing to see what all the fuss is about, which makes ancient city runs a lot more challenging. Ow! And that's where the clear despawn feature comes into play. It can be really annoying to rush back to your stuff only for it to randomly poof out of sight. Ah! No! Well, thanks to the clear despawn mod, players will now be able to clearly see a flashing animation on their items that gets faster and faster the closer they are to despawning. And with how easy it is to lose XP, I find it best to spend it on these special XP blocks, like the Experience Obelisk, that not only lets you easily store XP, but even vacuums up experience orbs passively, making it really useful for mob grinders. Then, you can just pair it with an experience fountain and step on it to easily claim your XP whenever you want it. Players can even craft these unique blocks that can launch entities in any direction, even straight up. Woo! What the? Quicksand? Well, I should be fine as long as neither of those sand catchers sees me. Oh no. These speedy sand demons are a new mob that love to flail around attacking players, even getting you stuck in place with their slowness attacks. It's best to avoid being hit, while also avoiding their hidden quicksand. However, players can bottle up some of their sand to craft some quicksand blocks of their own, which are pretty great for pranks. Say cheese! Now, imagine, if you will, that instead of hanging up a familiar painting, players were able to snap pictures of their worlds and hang those up instead. Well, with the exposure mod, players can do just that, customizing their cameras with different colored lenses and items to snap pictures before developing and printing their film into art. You could even take pictures while deep inside the new labyrinth structures. Players can make their way into these massive structures filled with mobs, including this living monster spawner that constantly moves towards the player while spawning a variety of enemies. And the scattered traps like deadly spike pits and exploding barrels don't make your adventure any easier, especially as you make your way to the new chaos spawner, This is an incredibly challenging boss with a variety of deadly attacks. If you manage to take him down, you'll earn materials to craft both the Scepter of Sealed Chaos, an item that lets you spawn a mini spawner mob into battle, as well as this awesome spawner armor. With these structures, it's best to adventure with a friend, especially if this player revive feature is added. It allows players a second chance at life by having them fall down when killed instead of respawning all the way back at their base, allowing nearby players enough time to rush to the rescue and pick up their fallen comrades to continue the adventure. Come along, friend. We must find the Limpets. Lucky cave explorers might just sneak a peek at one of these special ore mobs, ranging from coal and amethyst to even emerald and diamond. They can be harvested with a pickaxe, though they're terrified of them.
Hey! I'll get that precious diamond!
Haha!
Yes!
Ah, perfect! While advancements in Minecraft usually feel uneventful, the Advancement Plaque mod is here to help you celebrate your achievements by giving your accomplishments the fanfare they deserve. And if paired with the Advancement Frames mod, players could even display their hard-earned achievements in their base for all their friends to see. See, Carl? I've made a full set of netherite, killed the Ender Dragon, and found an elytra in the reimagined End Dimension. Because with the Nether getting its overhaul in 1.16, players have been patiently waiting for the End's turn. Well, with a better End mod, the Dimension also gets a plethora of new and incredible looking biomes, like the Crystal Mountains, Amberlands, and Shadow Forests, with each biome having its own resources and mobs, some being more beautiful and peaceful, while others are hostile. Inside these new biomes, you can even find caves with unique materials for crafting new tools and armor, like this amazing Crystallite outfit. Though it definitely helps to bring along some of these turrets, because outside of golems, Minecraft doesn't have much in the way of automatic defense. This mod, however, adds in deadly turrets crafted from a new titanium ore, perfect for both offensively eliminating your enemies and defensively protecting your base, just as long as you keep them well stocked with bullets. They never learn. Kinda like the Deeper. This cave dweller is relentless in his pursuit of players, and he often blends into his surroundings so well that his victims will be completely caught off guard by his stone-shattering explosions that can rupture into large pits. Huh? Better the Deeper than the Lost Goat, though, because despite its goat-like appearance, this eerily silent cave mob will actually explode into silverfish when you get too close. Ah! I hate these caves! Which is why players should use the Magnum Torch. Coming in 3 varieties, these torches prevent mobs from spawning in a much larger area than the standard torch. And while Amethyst prevents cave and water mobs from spawning, like bats and guardians, the Emerald Torch keeps animals and traders away, while the Diamond Torch banishes all hostile mobs, even phantoms. Though they won't get rid of these new raptor mobs. Found in herds, these large birds are usually quite peaceful. That is, unless they see a wither skeleton, or you get in close to shear off their feathers. Now, if you can manage to sneak away with some of their eggs, however, they can be crushed to acquire a new food source that grants the player wither resistance, which is perfect when gearing up for a wither battle to get yourself some wither lanterns, which are just one of the many new lanterns players can acquire with the Skinned Lanterns mod. This feature would allow you to customize your base with extra detail, or easily decorate for a holiday. Festive! Plus, they're a great source of warmth when using the Cold Sweat mod. For those craving a more challenging survival experience, the addition of a temperature meter means you have to prepare for every adventure. Whether on a freezing cold mountaintop or in the scorching desert, players could craft a variety of gear as well as items and blocks to help them weather the weather. Or you could always just hide inside one of the overhauled Illager mansions. These upgraded structures have been reworked with tons of extra details, dangerous rooms to explore, and, of course, loot! Though, while navigating these mansions can provide a challenge, it's nothing compared to the new Adjudicator boss. Found deep in the mansion's dungeons, he'll teleport around, attacking with a variety of weapons, while also summoning illagers of every kind, even Ravagers and a new Sentry Golem. Though players that defeat him can acquire a special shard that will allow them to boost the enchantment level of any item, at the risk of a curse. But I'd argue it's worth it for a chance at a Fortune 4 enchantment on your pickaxe. I suppose if you wanted to, though, you could just leave the boss to meditate while you paint an unflattering picture of him. It's hard when he keeps spinning, but I think that's good. The ability to paint on a canvas as well as frame it means players could say goodbye to all those boring standard paintings and express themselves through their art. Yes, this one is really speaking to me. Not sure why. What? Oh, a room bug! These useful little critters can often be found in Badlands biomes, and once fed some honeycomb can be tamed to follow you around. Though they can be ridden, their real utility comes from the ability to sneak mobs onto their backs as they sleep, because from there, they can be woken up to carry that mob with you wherever you go, making for a quick way to relocate mobs. Though I suppose literal teleportation might be a bit faster. A feature I would love to see added is these warp stations that would be incredibly convenient for traveling long distances to another base or to your world's stronghold. And if space is tight, you could also make one of two smaller teleporters to instantly transport either items or entities. Makes you feel like an Enderman, right, boy? Now, with how dangerous Minecraft can be, it's no surprise that our pets aren't always up to the task of surviving. So that's why Minecraft needs to add this pet revival feature. Now when a pet dies, they'll drop their collar, which if used on a respawn anchor, will bring them back to life as a zombie. Though, if you'd rather have them back to their old selves, with a weakness potion and golden apple, they can also be cured. Then, maybe they'll be ready to jump into battle against the Geomancer, an illager that calls upon the earth itself to create barricades and exploding totems. He often likes to run from players while supporting his brethren in raids. If you can take him down, you can claim his rags, beads, and staff for yourself. And if used, players would be able to call upon the earth for their defense. Another feature that could make an appearance is the Sawmill, a block similar to the Stonecutter, but for wood. It would come with a whole host of unique wooden block variants, including bookshelves, ladders, and chests, along with additional block types like piles of leaves and boards. It's an idea that would really complement the improved Sniffer and his new ancient wood type too, because instead of needing to find its eggs, you could just locate a new timeless grotto cave biome to find these old dino mobs, and experience new features like saddling and riding them, or equipping them with chests to automatically store their seeds. Not only that, but they have more unique seeds that they can uncover for a host of new plants, while also having the ability to take you to the nearest pillager outpost if given an ominous banner. The only thing they can't help you find is the new randomium ore, a special mineral that, when mined, will transform into any random item in the game, even items from other mods. Of course, you actually have to mine it first, which is difficult as it'll often move away from you if you try, or even just teleport away. Though, if you're persistent, the luckiest players might get a randomium crystal instead of a random item. This is a powerful raw ore that lets players choose what item they want by crafting them together on a crafting table. Bam! Item duplication. Now I have 2 swords to use on that training dummy. Once placed in the world, this wooden guy will show you just how much damage you're dealing, whether you give him armor or not. It's a great way to get some target practice in, or just see how strong you really are, which comes in really handy when you decide to go up against either the new Prowler or Watcher mobs. These technological marvels guard the new ancient factory structures. Watchers often patrol the air, looking for intruders to fire lasers at and to pinch with their pin pincers. Meanwhile, Prowlers are deadly tanks that use their saw blade swings to cut through players and their missile blasts to deal explosive damage at range. And while killing them does net you a ton of materials, the really good loot lies deeper inside the factory. You just gotta be careful when fighting them so that you don't break your stuff. I'll be right back. Though, thankfully, even broken items could be fixed if Minecraft added this ruined equipment feature. Normally, when tools break, they're gone forever. However, with this mod, broken gear will become a new item that can then be repaired on a crafting table or anvil, giving every player's favorite gear a second chance at life, which is especially valuable with the enchanted stuff. And now, I'm definitely ready to face the Harbinger! This is the big bad boss of ancient factories, the very thing the Prowlers and Watchers want to protect. It's a shame they're all dead. Ha! Though it's safe to enter at first, as the Harbinger will be shut down, if you pull out a Nether Star and awaken him, all bets are off. It's best to bring a shield and some fire resistance, as this metal monstrosity fights with everything at its disposal, from small missiles to large rockets and lasers. He'll even barrel towards players in an attempt to crush them, destroying the blocks in his way. Worse still is the Harbinger's ability to charge up and release a powerful laser onto his enemies. Yikes! Which can easily kill you if you're not careful. Though, if you can bait him into hitting one of the various EMP blocks scattered around the room, they can spread an EMP pulse that temporarily disables the beast, giving you the opening you need to finish him off for good! Ha ha! And when you've killed him, he'll drop Witherite, a powerful material that can be used to craft either the Wither Assault Cannon to fire explosive Wither missiles at your enemies, or the Gatling Gun, which can be used to easily melt through their health. Ha 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 ha! I'm unstoppable! Though I won't stop you if you want to click this video.
Can I click it?
No!
Ah!